Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 3 of the Rosen podcast. Today, I'm joined, uh, blah, whoa. Today, I'm joined with Red, my other host, and then we have our guest, Broken. Red,
Yippee.
would you like to introduce Broken?
Yeah, so Broken is here. He is one of our glorious, well, not glorious, he is one of our partners, owner of RERN, and also Jackal Driver, and we're going to be talking to him about some funny things and some other goofy stories today. So, Monk, I have zero clue where we start.
Um, so let's start off by, interviewing
Oh my
the,
gosh, this
the
bro's
Broken one
Discord
himself.
profile picture is goof. Alright, let's start off with
Okay.
interviewing Broken. Well, not Broken. Monk, do you have any questions to start?
First of all, hello, Broken.
Hello.
Um, So you are the owner of REON. My question right now is, how do you think your drivers are doing this season?
So I think like overall, this season has been a lot better than season one. It's gone really, really well, and I'm really glad that we have the sponsors and the people that we do. Um, RER itself has been growing a lot. Season one, we ended with about 120 members, and we haven't even finished season two, and we're just now cracking 500. We're at like 490 at this point. We are really, really growing, and it's mainly because of our sponsors and our drivers. But I think overall, my drivers have been great this season. We have a few that are winning basically everything. So I think in season three, we're definitely going to look towards, you know, tryouts. We're gonna be a lot more stricter because for season three, my goal is to have different winners basically every time. I don't want it to look like there's just a few drivers that are winning every single time like we're doing right now. So I'm really excited to finish season two. I'm excited for the tryout session, but we have a lot of great stuff coming our way very soon.
Alright.
Yeah. Ben, got any questions for Broken?
Yeah, I think I have a few questions. So, Broken, your experience in Jackal so far, how do you think it's gone with your experience in Jackal so far?
Well, I really enjoy Jackal. It's a laid back community. It's really chill out. It's a little bit dead, but Icky is like an adult at this point. He's been doing row racing forever, and now he's just doing it as a side hustle. So I understand that it's not as big as it used to be. Um, my debut row racing race was at Daytona this year. It was really fun. I think I was leading the most laps until I got dumped and there wasn't a caution for it because it was a one car. And then after that, after I got dumped, I couldn't catch up because I was too far behind the draft. But I think overall, I led about 20 laps that race. It was really fun. I learned a lot from that. And then the next race I was able to attend, I forgot what track it was, but I finished mid pack. Um, yeah, that's my bird. Sorry, I got birds in the background. But other than
Yes,
that,
birds.
I think I've done about 4 or 5 Jackal starts at this point. I've done a few in D2, a few in D1. I got pushed down to D2 so I could get more experienced. And in my first start, I got second, so that was good. Um, and today I'm actually racing in D1. I'm subbing for one of my teammates in D1. We're going to be racing at New Jersey Motorsports Park that we just raced at in RERN. So hopefully I can get a good finish today. But I'm excited to have my career in Jackal continue.
Alright.
All right. I got another question for you, Broken, if Red doesn't have any more.
I do have one more, but I'll let you go first.
So my question is, how do you think road racing has improved along the years with you having like DNA, Arya, and Jackal, Moonfall, and all of them? How do you think they have improved the road racing community over the years?
I think every single year, row racing is continuing to grow, which is actually surprising because when you think about a lot of other row type stuff, like row aviation, especially, row cafes, anything really has. Roblox itself has really died off. I think ever since they've been making a few updates, it keeps getting worse and worse. Like I remember back in 2019, Roblox was like the biggest thing that everybody was talking about, and now everybody just talks about how Roblox has isn't what it used to be. But I do think row racing is an exception. I still think row racing itself is still growing every single year, because we're getting hundreds of new leagues every single month. It seems every single month some people get creative and want to start their own thing. So, I don't think row racing is going to die anytime soon. I actually think we're still growing with help from these big leagues like my league. I do think that Jackal and Aska are starting to get to their end. Actually, Aska's in their final season right now. They're still doing really well, but Aska's in their final season, so I'm not sure what they're doing afterwards. And then obviously Jackal is already pretty much dead, so I don't know when Nikki's going to retire that. So I think right now the reason why I'm really pushing RARN to the highest level possible when it comes to sponsors and members is because when Aska and Jackal dies, which they are gonna probably die in the next few months, right? A lot of people are gonna start looking at who's the top league now, and I think if we can get about 200 more members, we can be considered one of the top leagues after these two greats finally end off. So I think row racing is still growing. I think that with the help of the community and more people starting leagues, it's still doing really well. And I'm excited to see the future of RERN after Aska and Jackal retires, because I feel like we will be a top league if we get some stuff right after they finally end their seasons.
All right.
No,
Um,
no,
I do have one more question. I mean, you pretty much answered one of my question as a whole, but other than RERN and maybe some other big leagues, other than those, what leagues are you expecting to become the top leagues after RERN and Jackal die? No, not RERN, Aska and Jackal die.
Yeah, that's a great question. So, other than RER, because I do think we are going to be a top league. We already are basically in the top 10, but I do think we're going to continue to grow. First of all, I think the obvious biggest league that's going to be after Aska and Jackal is RRL. They have about 900 members. They're still really growing. I think it's owned by Phil Almighty. He's a really cool guy.
It's owned by
He has a lot of
Rock.
experience.
I want to
Yeah,
say
and Pit and
something. Want to say something really
Rock
fast.
Pitter.
Really
Yeah,
fast.
you're good.
Please join RRL. It's really underrated in my opinion. Also, join
Yeah,
all of the leagues on this beautiful wall and show them some support, please. Anyways,
good.
you can
absolutely.
continue.
Yeah, Rock Pitter is actually a great guy too. He's a developer for RRR and he's helped us quite a bit. So I do think RRL is going to be the top league. So I think when you look at it right now, I think 2 years from now, I think RRL is going to be what Aska is, and I think RERN is going to be what Jackal is. But like for underrated leagues, I do have a lot I want to point out. First one is VRA, the Verizon Racing Association. These guys only have like 100 members, and they have amazing graphics and quality. I think they're better than Aska when it comes to graphics and quality. Their website is really good, and their overall racing package and their staff are really dedicated. It's owned by Galaxel and Tawa. They're really, really, really good. I also want to. I've had my own beef with them, but I do think that Aviation Racing League is going to make a return. They're in season 5. They just restarted, and they're looking really promising. Um, Looking at some other leagues, I do think that obviously the leagues that have like 250 members now, like NSCA, PRA, I do think they'll continue to grow. TSRA, SRU especially. I think SRU is going to be a top league soon. Maybe the ESCL. Um, and then I think Nitro Stock Car Racing, owned by Aspire. They're big friends with us. I think they're gonna go far as well. And and also finally Pumu Stock Car Championship is really growing. Pumu is a really experienced guy. And he has a lot of big sponsors. So I would not be surprised if Pumu Stock. I would. He doesn't have custom schemes. He runs like 2014 cars with their base schemes. But I do think that Pumu's Stock Car Championship is going to be a top league too. Other than that, I think that's basically it. I mean, people make new leagues every single day, it seems. So I would not be surprised if some random league comes out of nowhere and starts being the top thing. It happens often, so we'll see. But I do think there's a lot of promise with the leagues that we have in the future.
Alright.
Alright.
I got one more question on the topic of big leagues and stuff, but Red, if you got one, you can go first.
I think I'm out of questions, sadly.
Okay, so Broken, my last question for you is how do you think these big leagues cards have improved, and how do you think these cards have like helped with the lag in the community and all that stuff?
I do think lag has gone down a lot in row racing. I think RERN was a big example of what we can do. For example, Alphabetical User is a great guy. He gave us a lot of good stuff, a lot of great cars, a lot of good materials. I think that's what saved us. But I think our cars are a great example of what row racing can be in the future. We have 19, 20, 21 car packs and we have no lag. Back 2 years ago, you couldn't even run 10 cars without some lag happening. So I do think that the packages we have are a lot more experienced than others. Obviously, Aska and Jackal, they're big with no lag. I don't think I've ever had a laggy experience with them. Maybe once or twice. Um, but lag especially has gone down a lot. I don't know if it's with Roblox updating or if the servers, because we have new servers as well. We have like European stuff now. But overall, I think every single year the lag for row racing itself continues to go away, and I would not be surprised if in like 2 or 3 years we can run 30 car packs like iRacing and it won't have any lag either. But we'll definitely see with the lag. I think it's going in the right direction though for sure.
Alright. Well, Red, you said you were out of questions.
Yeah, I'm pretty much out of questions here.
What Broken would you like to go over the points with us for RLN?
Yeah, absolutely. You have the actually I haven't posted the points from
I
yesterday's
have.
race, but
I
we can
only
talk
have from
about
Pocono.
the Pocono ones are fine.
You can go over
Tell me when you're
those.
ready and I can look at them
I'm
with you
ready.
guys and talk. All right, so
Just go over the
first of
playoff
all,
drivers, by the way.
what'd you say?
Just go over the playoff
Oh, the
drivers, by the way.
Yeah, sure. So first of all, V Draft is our top driver. He's won 7 times up to now. He had a win streak of 3 at one point. He's coming on to 4 now. V Draft is the #1 driver for our championship this year. For the second final championship spot, it's going to probably between Slamdor or Mess. Mess is your season 1 champion. Even though he was your season 1 champion, I do think Slamdor is going to edge him out. He's about 5 or 6 points ahead right now. And then this fourth spot for the round of 4, it's going to either be between Bob or Pickle, I think. Subfocus, he's a really experienced guy, but he's really inactive. He's only raced 8 times this year. And I don't think he's going to have enough points because of that, so I won't be surprised if he does not make it in there. He has one more race to win and prove himself into the top 4, but I don't think that's going to happen, so I do think it's going to be between Bob or Pickle, but I'm not sure. Nobleboy and Yeety, they've been lacking all year. I'm not going to expect them to pass to the next round. But I do want to talk about some people that are out of the playoffs. Buff Hairman has really improved. He started off not racing at all, and then the last 6 races he's raced every single one with an average finish of 5.2. So Buff Hairmans is going to be a big threat for next season. Galaxel, he's a big road course ace. He won at Watkins Glen. He got close at Road America until he got turned the last lap. I do think he's a good driver, but he's not active. He only really races at road courses. He doesn't race at ovals or anything. So I wouldn't be surprised if SMS do fire him after this season. I will say Thin Blue is going to be sorry. Thin Blue is going to be fired after this season. Not sure if he's going to get re-signed. He's had some issues with us. He's definitely, no offense, more on the toxic side for our league. So I would not be surprised if he does not return next season. Red Panda, obviously, I think is returning. I think he's actually. What I'm thinking about him right now is putting him on my developmental team. I wouldn't mind putting him on my team for next season because he's getting fired from SSM. Camaro is getting fired. I don't know what he's doing. He's our co-owner, so I'm gonna expect him to rejoin. El Papel, I don't think is going anywhere. He's basically inactive. I wouldn't be surprised if he just leaves. Crown is gonna leave. I already know that. Daniel Masteralt just joined and he already has 61 points. He's returning next season. Same with Lumit. He's coming back next season. Carwolfia is still too early. He just joined. I don't know what he's doing. And then finally, Maximiliano in 20th. He's already gone. He left earlier. He's just still in the point standings because I don't feel like removing him. We also have Milo coming back in season 3. We'll see how long that takes. And then finally, your team point standings. FPM is gonna win it basically this season. It's not a question for that one. Um, it's gonna be FPM all the way. But yeah, that's the point standings.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Broken. I hope that you
No problem.
have a good rest of your day.
All right, thank you.
Have a nice day, Broken. And bye bye, I guess.
Thank you.
All right.
So, Red, who do we want to go over points next?
All right. I say we pretty much go in order as we did last time. Let's start off with BNA Arca. If it actually, there it is. Starting off in the points lead for BNA Arca is Kermit, who it would in the lead with 91 points, 5 playoff points with that win. I believe at Daytona. I mean, these aren't pretty much the same points as the last episode, I believe. But they're still pretty fun to talk about. There's a lot of good guys in Arca that I could see going far. Kermit, Uno, Daquan, Soccer, Josh, Cam. All of those guys are probably the ones to watch in Arca. But don't count out the guys near the bottom. Me, Rich, Ginger. I think those guys are also some huge names to watch out for in this Arca series.
And then you got hold up, where are we with? Red, you there? Did I die? Okay. Right here. So in your point lead for being a cup, it's Arthur with 176 points, and but no win. But you have Uno right behind them with 143 points and 1 win. Ginger at 111 points with no wins, and Cam with 99 points with no wins. And then Dequan with 97 points and 1 win. NASCAR fan with 95 points and 1 win. Stalker with 90 points and no wins. Montana with 83 points and no wins. Kazoo with 70 points and no win. Yoko with 62 points and no win. Dale with 58 points and no wins, and then Steez with 50 points and 1 win.
Sorry, where Burley?
I did the entire playoff.
Yeah. And then a few guys below the playoffs that you probably still want to watch. It's pretty much all tied up. There's I believe a three-way tie for the position below the playoffs between Thunder, Drift, and Monaco. Those three guys you want to watch out for. They're really strong, and I suspect that they do really well this season. And then there's another tie between JJ and Surf. Those are two other guys that in BNA, in terms of BNA, they're really underrated, but JJ did make the playoffs and made the final, got a sub and made the final four last season. So I don't expect much from JJ this season. But, I don't expect much. I expect him to probably make the final four again.
Yeah. And then do you want to go on to?
I'm just going to go over the AKR playoffs really quick. Tonight, probably as soon as this podcast is finished, we are going racing at Bristol Motor Speedway, where 6 cars are trying to make it to the final four, those being Luxo, Kong, myself, Lefty, Brody, and Fart, all looking to make it into the final four and to possibly win a championship. And one of these final four spots could be decided today at Bristol. I might be live streaming it. Who knows? Yes. Let's head over to
Okay.
Jackal D2.
D2, D1, D2. Okay.
Top 12. I'll start us off
Oh,
with Fusion Core up front with 100 and I believe 109 points, 4 wins on the season. An amazing season from Fusion. And then second in points is Core with 66 points, 43 below the cutoff, and a win. And then in third is Polar Garrett, 44 behind Fusion Core, 1 point behind Koringa, with a win as well. And then in fourth we have King with 48 points and a win. Well, not 48 points, 61 points and a win. And then PDAS in 50, not 58, with 58 points, 51 points behind Fusion Core, no wins. And then PDAS, a person that I expected to go really far in D2, has kind of made me feel made me feel like that he's a little bit higher than just a little overrated in my opinion. But then right behind PDAS is Diamond, 51 points, minus 58 below Fusion Core. And then at 7th, we have Incel with 50 points, 59 points behind Fusion. I think we can all guess who our champion is going to be. 43 points above 2nd. And then 8th is Nexular with 40 points, which is also a tie with him and Teals. 69 points below the cutoff. None of them have any wins. And then Robloxian with 35 points, 74 points behind Fusion. 1 win. Clone Ninja with 30 points, 79 points behind, and 2 wins. And then in 12th, we have Pokemon with 28 points, and 81 points below Fusion Core. That's a really funny point standings from Jackal Elite. Why don't you take it away for the Jackal Cup Series, Monk? Monk! Oh, Monk's dead. Bruh. I don't want to do this alone, but I kind of have to in order to keep it going. Hey, Ethan, do you want to do some point standings? After I go do Jackal Cup, do you want to do some point standings, Ethan? You don't know? Okay. What if you do Pepsi points right now? Okay, never mind then. Anyways, on to our Jackal Cup Series. Smart Coder is in the lead in points with 85 points, 1 win, and is 24 points above second of One Geedy Boy with 61 points, 2 wins. And is also tied for the most wins in the season with Trainwreck with 58 points and 2 wins as well. I'm seeing like the trend with Trainwreck. I think that stat might be broken and Trainwreck might go 3 wins. And then Dark is in third place still, 52 points, 33 points, I believe, below the cutoff, which is he is also tied with Sleesher with also 52 points. Both of them have a win. And then in sixth is Kreesum with 34 points and a win. And then in seventh we have Joel Musa with 41 points, 44 points behind Smart Coder and also a win. And then eighth is V Colby with 35 points, 58 points below Smart. And then Addicted with 30 points, 55 points behind Smart. And then DSA Majors with 27 points and 58 points behind Smart Coder. That was long. Is Monk finally back? No, it is not. It's pre. Anyways, let's head on to SRU points. We have Alex, who I believe has 3 or 4 wins already this season with 121 points. Right behind him is Nappa with 95 points. And then right behind Nappa is Minnie, 94 points. Then in fourth, we have Garrett with 86. Smoke with 83. Edged with 68, almost 69. Then we have Beast with 62 points. Japan with 55, which she is also tied with Addy for 8th with 55 points. And then 2 points behind Addy in Japan is Stormy with 53, which he is also tied with Flix for some reason. And then in 12th is Dino. Yippee. Currently speedrunning this because Monk is dead. Monk, please, come back, please. Did he say anything in chat? Oh. It was done. Sorry about that. Anyways, somebody played the Jeopardy music for me, but let's head on to Pepsi points, even though I don't have their logo on the wall. Mike, send me the logo, please. Anyways, me, myself, and I leads the points after winning at Daytona Beach with 55 points. And then Nathan in second with 42 points. And then a tie for third place in points with Adrian and Zeke. And then 6 points behind both of them is Hello? Or I don't even know who this man is. Let's be sorry. Then Goofy Man sitting with 33 points. Yes. Anyways, BTR sitting with 32 points, no wins. And literally no stats. BTR has 32 points. That's pretty much it. Then Isaac with 31 points, with a win somehow. And then Pre with 29 points, one top 5. Pretty much the same with everyone else. And then NASCAR Chevy Fan with 28 points. Callum with 28 points. And Manwich with 27. When is Monk coming back? Ethan, if I unmute you, do you want to do Coca-Cola points? Please. I want you to do the funny. Ethan, I don't care what you say. Please do some points so I don't run out of breath, because I don't want to die. Well, you probably don't want to. Ethan, here you go.
Fine, I'll do it.
Top 20. Bless you.
Yeah, I'm currently dying right now. That's great for me. Okay. For Coca-Cola.
Whoa, is that your
Level
season
point.
2 Whoa, not season 2. Is that your episode 2 special guest of Ethan Galaxy Cat 876? Whoa.
I'm back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Now,
back.
Ethan, take it
The
away
owner
and
of
do
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola points.
Alright, so currently leading points right now. Level 2 wins 552. In second, right behind, 34 below level right now is Cricket Basket 289. No wins, 518 points. And third, the second call locked in the playoffs, Lit Chill and Kirk with 517 points with 2 wins. Fourth is Pre, 514 points, no wins. Then
No
rounding out the top
wins?
5 is Sky, no wins, with 500 points and 1 win. Then you got Jersey in 6th, 488, 1 win. Timmy in 7th, the season 1 champion, 435 points, no wins. Then you have in 8th Amelia, 424, 1 win. Bowling, 422, 1 win. Rounding out top 10, Red Panda, 414, no wins.
Honestly
Then you have
deserved Nashville. Let's be real here.
Yeah. Then you have Chaser, your defending champion, 412 points, no wins. League, 410 points, no wins. LeBron, 405 points, no wins. Skittles, 404, no wins. Jake the NASCAR fan, 398, no wins. And as he rounds up the playoffs, as we have a third playoff driver right now, Banana Doge, 392 points with 2 wins.
Yippee.
Yippee.
Thanks, Ethan.
Thank you, Ethan.
You're not welcome.
Okay, Monk, since
You're
you are
welcome.
leading FMSR points, you are legally obligated to do their points.
Wait, I'm leading? Wait,
Yes.
what? How?
Yes, please. Yes.
Just do that, please. Or
Okay.
should I just delete the source and just move on with our life?
Move on.
What happened?
North Wilkesboro was boring.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, boy.
It's just the black
Um,
blob.
In first place, we have me with 140 points, no wins.
No wins.
And then you have BTO in second with 128 points and 1 win. Then you have Ethan with 128 and 1 win.
Deserve that North
And then-
Wilkesboro award.
Honestly.
Quiet, Ethan. And then you have Brett with 86 points and no wins.
No wins.
And then you have Dinosaur with 63 points and no wins.
No wins.
Then you have Audi with 59 points and no wins.
No wins.
Then you have Khan with 58 points and no wins.
No wins.
And then you have Hello with 55 points and 1 win.
1 win.
And then you have Skittle with 51 points and no wins.
No wins.
And then you have the Red Panda dude with 50 points and no wins.
Who is that dude anyways? He seems
Yeah,
like a goofer.
who is-
Like, who is that dude?
For real.
I think he seems like that dude that owns who co-owns this podcast and maybe owns HP.
And owns HP.
And that you should totally join both HP and Coca-Cola to
join-
get 200 members by the end of
Yeah.
the year. And if we get 200 members by the end of the year, me and Ethan will sit in a VC for as long as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Can I
And
join?
we would.
I
Yes.
guess, sure, I don't
Yeah.
care.
All night.
Let's ruin our sanities.
And then you have Jersey with 45 points and no wins.
What?
And then you have Matthew with 35 points and no wins.
No wins.
And then you have Matt with 33 points and no wins.
No
And then you have
wins.
NASCAR Intimidator with 30 points and no wins.
No wins.
And then you have David Ryan with 30 points and no wins.
No wins. Anyways, that concludes FMSR. We have 4 more point sheets to go, and we're continuing with NSCR. I could barely read that. Starting off with NSCR, we have Wolf on Front Runner Racing with 600 points and 2 wins and 3 poles. What is this dude
How in the
on?
world do you have?
And then Golden
Wait, what-
sitting in
what-
second with 430 points.
No.
And then Yikes Piano with 400 points. And then then Arrow on Wicked Racing has 355 points, 1 win. And then Rise on I don't even know how to say that. I can barely read that. And then Rise with 315 points with no wins. And then Ash with 48 points. Not 48 points. Then Ash. And then Ash with 225 points. No, 255 points, sorry. With no wins. Then Biscuit with 220 points with no wins. And then Awesome with. I messed it up. No. Awesome has 220 points. Biscuit has 225 points, sorry. Also, Biscuit has no wins, and Awesome has no wins. And then Flint has 210 points, no wins. Then Bandit on Nitro Racing has 195 points, no wins. Then Rico on MLR Racing has 170 points, no wins. Then Logan on that team has 165 points. And then Marked with 155 points, no wins. And then NASCAR Fame with 130 points, no wins. We have only 3 more points things to go. What should we do first? Moneyline, Room Car, or DuPont?
Money line. Where
No
is
wins.
the money
Anyways, Dupont, I hear one Dupont and one Moneyline. Let's do Moneyline first. Starting off with Moneyline points, Alex leads by 2 points over Bama Hall, which is kind of... Sorry I didn't include wins. I got lazy. And then Bama Hall in second locked into the playoffs with 313 points. And then in third is Jersey with 261 points. Mr. Chaser with 238 points. And then, which he's also locked in the playoffs. Jeez, what am I hearing from somebody's mic echo? Jeez. Sounds like somebody's on something. I don't know what that is. Oh, it was Monk. I'm sorry, Monk. I'm back. No. Hi, Monk.
Discord team.
Goofy Goober? Rock. Anyways, Ethan with 228 points, 2 wins. Deserves it. Let's be real here. And then in 6th, we have Stan with 222 points. No, he has a win, I think. I don't know. And then Bobby with 214 points. And then Amelia with 213. Level with 193. Yeah. Then Goodwrench with 189 points. Firemaster 2758 with 188 points. And then me, myself, and I with 172 points. And then Let Chill and Cook with 171 points. Jordy with 169. Nice points. And then Lars with 165 points. And then to round off your current people in the playoffs is UPS Truck with 158 points. You could read the rest.
Okay, hold on.
If I don't win the Moneyline Championship, you'll be disappointed. I mean, I think we all know who's winning the Moneyline Championship. It's going to be Bama Hall.
Who were you on?
I want Bama Hall to win the Moneyline Championship. Anyways, time for DuPont.
Yeah, it was. I think this is DuPont.
The
Is
big
it?
white blob.
Okay, and Shaka's in the lead.
Yes.
Okay, in first place we have Shaka with 93 points, 5 wins, and 5 top 5.
5 wins?
Whoa.
Whoa. Shocker's that
No.
good? Huh?
No, Shaka has 93 points, 5 top 5, and 10 top 5. Wait,
10 top 5s? Is dude okay?
me. Okay, Shaka has 93 points, 5 top 5, and 5 top 10s. There we go. And then you have
Finally.
Hero.
Maybe you should replace Monk, Ethan. Third host of the Rojan podcast, Ethan Galaxy Cat 876. Confirmed.
Replace me right now. And then we have Hero with 84 points, 5 top 5s, and 8 top 10s. NASCAR Boy with 60 points, 3 top 5s, and 5 top 10s. And then you have Pizza with 55 points, 2 top 5s, and 4 top 10s. Then we have BWT with 50 points, 2 top 5s, and 2 top 10s. And then you have Super Eagle with 49 points, 3 top 5s, and 4 top 10s. Then you have who dared to have a name like that, Red? The 50 in P7.
Yuri Valu. Yuri Valu. Whatever. Just call him
That
Yuri.
name. You have Yuri in 45 points,
Yes.
2 top 5s, and then I lost 4 top 10s. Then you have Piggy with 40 points, 2 top 5s, and 3 top 10s, and then Bamhole with 40 points, 2 top 5s, and then 3 top 10s. And then final one is Kurt Busch with 39.2 top 5s and 3 top 10s. But if you want to read the other 8, you can.
I don't want to read the other. I'm going to commit funny. Can we go
Okay.
to Vroom Car? Let's go to Vroom Car.
Where is Vimka?
Vroom Car is the
It's
big
in-
gray blob.
There's many big gray blobs.
The big gray blob with a red line cutting through it.
Oh yeah. Okay. And is Vimka the last point? So
Yeah. Vroom Car's
Okay.
the last one. Anyways, Brobot is leading the Vroom Car points with 100 points. No wins. And then Thirachi with 90 points. No wins. And then One Main 2 with 80 points. No wins. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze. And then in fourth is Uno with 75 points. No wins. And then stopping Colt with 64 points, who is also tied with Scooter'a with 64 points. No wins. And then in seventh, we have a tie again with 62 points. We have Cam, I think that's pretty much just Cam, and Cheska with 62 points. Both of them, no wins. And then Crinkle, I think that's how you say that, with 60 points, no wins. And then Evan 47 with 48 points, no wins. And then finally we have some people with wins. We have Evan, whoever that dude is, with 42 points and a win. And then we have a tie between Aqua and Kyle with 40 points. Aqua has the win advantage though. And then Core with 34 points, no wins. And then Real with 32 points, no wins. And then your three below the cutoff that we should probably mention are Dream, I think. I don't know. We have a tie right below the cutoff with Dream and Savage, no wins. And Drift with 26 points. That took way longer than needed.
it did.
Anyways,
Okay.
can we speedrun this week's stories?
Sure. This week's story, SPG wins the Freakles, Chicago, whatever that track's called. I don't know what else. That's the only thing I paid attention to.
Oh, this week's stories, we have B&A tomorrow, Jackal Cup in like a few hours, AKR in like 15 minutes, which is why I want to get this done.
Speedrun.
CRN Daytona today at 7 Eastern. Go watch. The Sprint Plus Cup Series at Daytona at like 10 o'clock. No, at like 10 o'clock or something Eastern. Go watch that. We have HP possibly tomorrow. We have Coca-Cola, Moneyline, and Pepsi soon. The PRA Clash is confirmed on July 15th. And that's pretty much we all have to do for today. I'm gonna sleep now.
Is that it, man?
I want, yeah,
Okay,
that's
well,
it.
Ethan, would you like to say goodbye? Ethan, you have 5 seconds.
Ethan, you have 5.
Oh, there's the goodbye
Thank
from
you.
Ethan.
There's your goodbye. Nuke everyone, Monk.